right, this is your test review for India. So everything that you need to know for your test is in your packet. So, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, the first thing that you need to know is this one you may not remember. So I'm going to give it to you first. If you don't remember it, put a star beside it. What was the Raja?
He was a prince.
He was a prince, okay? So Raja is the first one. You will see that on your test. Okay? Next one. Let me get this together here. All right, the Vedas. What were they?
Sacred book of prayers.
Yes, who brought them?
Aryans.
The Aryans. The Aryans. And what religion were they?
Brahmanism.
Brahmanism. Speaking of Brahmanism, I told you that there was a difference between these two. Brahman and Brahmin. I-N. Who remembers them?
Oh,
Brahman.
The Brahman is like a person, like he's like a god, kind of like.
Okay, so what did we define him as? One
all-powerful being.
universal
God.
spirit. One universal spirit. And what about the Brahmin?
Priest.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to make this plural, priests, showing that Brahman there's only one, but priests there are many. Okay?
You didn't write that? Wait, were you writing down stuff in the Vedas?
No, I didn't. But you told me what it was, so in the video you'll hear it. So if you forget what it was, you can go back and listen because we said so. All right, next one. Sanskrit. What is this?
The written language.
Yes, it's the written language. We did Sanskrit in our name, in our packet, right? You wrote your name in Sanskrit? All right, next one. You are not going to know this one, and I'm telling you this one right now. I think it was in your guided notes once, and I mentioned it one time, but we never did talk about it. The stupa. The stupa is basically a way for you to remember it easiest. We still have them today, but we call them something else. We call them a church. Okay? So basically what the stupa was, it was a place of worship. And it was a place that held their religious objects. All right, so that one you might want to star because that one's probably new to the biggest part of you. All right, I gave you a new word today, Varna. What's it referring to? The caste system. And I'll go ahead and write that one down since it's a new one. All right, I have a true or false question for you that I'm not going to write up here. I'm just going to ask you. True or false? The Buddha considered himself to be a god. Who says true? Who says false? False is correct. He did not consider himself to be a god. He considered himself to be a what?
Person.
What am I?
A teacher.
A teacher. A teacher. Okay. All right. Next one. This is a person. I'm going to put several up here. Vishnu, Krishna, Ganesha. What were these all?
They were all those people.
They were all gods or deities. Mm-hmm. They were all gods or deities. All right. We'll see if you remember. Let me make sure I spell his name correctly. I always get his name. I always mess it up. Siddhartha Gautama. Who was that?
Oh, that was the guy.
That's the
who
Buddha. What did he? Well, tell me, Walker. What?
He was the guy that never seen like any sadness or anything. Then when he did, he went all crazy, and then he left. Then he starved, and then came back. He believed in karma.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's not
He
that.
stepped back out, remember? Didn't he go back?
He what?
Didn't he go
He
back?
did go back.
He went back, and then he believed.
He told his parents he had been enlightened, right?
And then he believed in karma.
Right, and he believed it. He sat down under the fig tree where he was enlightened, and he decided he was going to fast. Remember what fasting is?
Yeah.
When you don't eat or drink anything. All right, so that's Siddhartha Gautama. He did become the Buddha. Okay, speaking of the Buddha, what Varna or caste system did his family belong to?
Oh, they were. Oh,
Kshatriyans.
I know this
Yes, they were what?
Kshatriyans.
They were Kshatriyans. All right, so we'll put that one here. Let me make sure I spell it correctly.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to put Kshatriyas. Yeah, Kshatriyas. And what group of people were the Kshatriyas?
Second class.
They were second on the
Oh,
Varna.
yeah.
But what were they? They were the what?
Warriors.
They were the warriors. Or a prince or a noble. Okay, what about these people? Since we're talking about the Varna now, what about these? Sudra.
Oh, those were the farmers and people
Okay,
down
there's
there.
something specific. Well, look at your Varna system. Look at your caste system. There was something specific about them. Yes.
They were unskilled workers.
They were unskilled workers, laborers, servants. All right. What about the Vaisya?
skilled workers.
Yes. They were the skilled workers. They were the common people, but they were skilled workers. They were your merchants, potters, jewelry makers. All right. What about who was on the top?
The Brahmins.
The Brahmins. A-N or I-N?
I-N.
I-N.
In the cloud, they were the Brahmins.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And who was on the bottom of the caste system?
Untouchable.
The Untouchables. Okay. What about this guy? Chandragupta Maurya.
Isn't he the leader of the Moravian?
First,
Yes, the
yeah,
leader of the
first,
Mauryan
he's the
Empire.
guy that had that big property that like didn't want to, that first liked the battle and.
Okay, no,
Yeah, he
well,
liked to-
you're getting ahead of yourself. That was his grandson.
Ahsoka.
Okay. All right, listen. He's the one that two other groups of people came in and wanted to take over India because they were split into small little villages. The Greeks and the Persians. And what did the Greeks do?
Got homesick and they
But what did they do before that?
They
defeated the Persians, and then they
Got
got homesick and cried for mommy and wanted to go home. So who took them home? Who was their leader?
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great. He took them home, and so this guy, Chandragupta Maurya, where was he located?
Southern India.
He was in southern India. Okay? He was in southern India. He was already there. And he decided that he was going to, big word here starts with a U. Unify northern and southern India. Did he succeed?
Yes.
Yes. And he developed what empire?
Mauryan.
The Mauryan Empire. Now, he had a grandson who was pretty vicious.
Ahsoka.
Yes. Ahsoka, or you're going to see it Ashoka. Okay? Who can tell me a little bit about him? Tell me.
He loved blood and gore.
In battle, right? Okay, and
Then hated it.
Then he hated it.
then he hated it. What changed him?
He wanted the Buddha religion.
The Buddhist religion. Okay, the Buddhist following.
He
What?
learned Buddhist teachings.
He did learn Buddhist teachings, and what did it do to him?
Became a man of peace.
He became a man of peace. Tell me some things he banned.
Animal cruelty.
Banned animal cruelty.
He made rest houses.
Tell me some things he banned first. Banned animal cruelty, the death penalty,
Deforestation.
deforestation. Seems like there was a fourth thing. What does your notes say?
Battles?
It said he made laws of practice peace.
He did make laws of practice peace. He banned animal cruelty, death penalty, deforestation, and
Slavery.
slavery. That's it. All right, but he promoted. You've already said one. He promoted peace.
Rest houses.
What did he build? You could say
Rest houses.
rest houses
And the statue thingies of Buddha.
and
Roads.
roads,
Shade
Hospitals.
hospitals.
Fake trees.
He planted shade trees. And what did you say there, Sierra?
Around
Oh yeah, he had the stones placed around that had what on them?
Buddha.
Stones written
Stories.
with
Uh,
Buddhist what? Teachings. Okay, so he had those placed around there to promote Buddhism. He also sent some of his men to do what?
Teach other people about Buddhism.
Yes, he sent them out to teach them the Buddhist teaching. Okay, so we have Ashoka, we have Chandragupta Maurya, we have Siddhartha Gautama, who was the Buddha. We have all the people that were on the caste system. All right, so let's do just a couple more. Let's do now geographical. Okay, you're going to see your map. You are going to see your map. All right, so you're going to tell me these. First of all, you should know that India is a what?
Subcontinent.
Subcontinent, good. There are two rivers specifically that we talked about in India. Nile?
Oh, the Indus
Oh,
River and
the Ganges.
The Ganges and the Indus. Witching. All right, the Indus, we talked about two ancient cities in the Indus River Valley.
Mohenjo-daro.
Yeah, Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. All right. There are two sets of mountain ranges.
Appalachian.
You did not say Appalachian. Whoever answered that question has not been in class, evidently, all year, or at least not here mentally. Let's try that one again. What two mountain ranges?
Himalayan. Texas.
Himalaya. Yes, please.
Appalachians are here.
Yes, please.
I didn't say that.
All right, the Himalaya Mountains and the other mountain range. Hindu Kush.
Attaboy, Miguel.
He redeemed himself.
It's a good thing he did. Okay, Himalayas. There was something special or particular we talked about Himalayas. Mount Everest is the what? What is it?
Tallest mountain.
Tallest mountain in the world. Tell me a fact.
It grows 1.5 inches every
It
year.
grows 1.5 inches to 2 every year.
It takes 8 days. Touches the jet stream.
It touches the jet stream. What?
I said it takes 8 days to walk to the mountain.
Okay, yeah. It takes a long time just to get back to where you can see the mountain. All right, and then there are some bodies of water. H2O, water. Tell me one. Indian what? Ocean.
Bay of Bengal.
Bay of Bengal.
And then the other.
Arabian Sea.
Arabian Sea. Good.
Never mind.
You need to know the location of each one of those places that I have written down on this screen. All of these are on your map. Okay? Now, if there's something that you have forgotten or that you missed, you didn't get to write down, or you don't remember what we said it was, then A, it's in your packet, or B, you can listen to this review again, and you can retake your notes, or you can use it to quiz yourself. Okay? See you, bye.
Alright,
Yeah, I know what.
hey, Miss Wills, I have a question.